I just have to say what you just said because I totally forgot it is November. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been brave enough, strong enough to participate in November. It's been a long month. We're almost here. What is it? What's the date?
27th.
27.
Yeah. Wait, what the fuck? So it ends tomorrow.
What?
What? November is it? Are we going to the 31st or the 28th?
It's the 27th.
Oh, we're going to a 30. We're going to a 30.
February is 28.
My bad,
Wait,
yo.
what?
I've been here too long. Yo, I'm tripping balls.
It's that girl shit.
It's that girl shit. Yo, no, it's that no nut, yo.
What are you saying?
This guy lost his
But
mind.
yeah, if you've made it this far, that's
If you've
impressive.
made it this far, here's
That's
a drink.
it.
Here's a drink for you from the boys at the Lost and Talks podcast.
Did that start because of like prostate cancer or whatever?
Nah.
I think it's just like
That's
a
the Movember.
That was a
Twitter
no?
joke.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, it was like a Twitter.
It's just a Twitter
fucking-
joke.
So
okay.
the real one's Movember with the facial
But the
hair.
No Nut
Yeah.
November
No,
makes
No
more
Nut
sense for
November
prostate
literally
cancer,
started
no?
like last year.
Doesn't it
No
make
Nut
more
is
sense for
brand
prostate
new.
cancer? Like, you know, like
I don't believe
yeah,
so.
right?
But
yeah.
it became like a joke, and now people take it seriously.
but
Like
bro, mans are out here fighting.
yeah.
Yeah, they
No
definitely
Nut
need a rebrand.
November. It's a real thing,
What?
man.
Wait, I don't know.
No, it's not. Is it actually?
Yo, yeah, people are doing it. Like
That's crazy.
you go on Pornhub, they're like, it's not No Nut November. Sign up to our premium.
Oh yeah. Pornhub is like
fighting
that.
that shit.
Like if you go on Pornhub right now, they'll say, "Oh, why are you here?"
That's
Clearly, you failed.
Bro, they're such fucking snakes. They offer free, like premium
Yeah,
for free
they offer
this month.
premium
They're
free
like,
this
sign up
month.
for
Really?
free.
Yeah, I mean, well, their sales are gonna go down or whatever.
They're trying to, they get it. They get it.
People are
Yeah.
actually
They get it.
participating.
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely
And then people
makes
in
sense.
the comments are jokes. They're like, "Oh,
It's
you're
just-
here too."
Who's commenting on Pornhub though?
Bro, a lot of
Pornhub
That's
comments
creepy.
are crazy.
Pornhub comments
That's
are
nuts.
actually-
Hilarious.
They're actually
yeah.
pretty jokes.
Yeah.
Like I've been to Pornhub just to look. For
Yeah,
comments.
exactly. Yeah.
Like it's actually pretty funny. Like,
Yeah.
It's just the nonsense people talk about.
That's funny.
And the conversations that they have on there. It's almost like Reddit.
Some people are.
What are they talking
funny.
about though?
People write some funny ass
Whatever,
shit. That has
man.
nothing to do with
Pop
porn.
culture.
True.
Like,
True.
They're talking about recently. They were just talking about the whole Disney Plus stuff. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So
yeah.
it's
Like you just scroll
pretty
down. It's
wild,
like, has
actually.
anyone tried Disney Plus yet? Like,
yeah.
what's going on? Like,
Anyways, I'm sorry. We should introduce.
We got-
You should introduce yourself.
how did we get on that topic? Fuck.
It always starts with porn.
Yeah.
My name is Ashton. I don't really know what to say. Like, how far back you want me to go?
Go back as far as you want, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna probably ask you about background anyways, but just feel free to touch on whatever you want to touch
Okay.
on.
Well, I am a videographer and a designer. And then I also have studio OffCourse. Right now, it's kind of just like a community of creatives reposting the work to, just show people what's going on in the city. People can find inspiration there. And then I also started a video series called the Close Up. And I just talk with like different people within the city, whether they're like a photographer, they started their own brand, and then we focus on like one subject. One that I recently had was it was a person who started their own clothing company, and then we just talked about like the fact that you need to have a story, like for whatever you do, you need a story pushing it, or like no one's gonna gravitate towards that kind of stuff. So right now I'm just focusing on like meeting up with people and telling their stories.
Sick. And that's kind of how we met you, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But before you were Art of Toronto, the Art of Toronto.
Yes, Art of
So you
Toronto
rebranded
first.
recently.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Which is cool. Why did you do that? Like, I'm curious actually.
I was focusing on Toronto as like the main market.
Right.
But then I started to reach out to other people that were like outside of Toronto. And then like when I thought to myself, while I'm scrolling through Instagram, if I see like Chicago something, I'm not going to be interested in it because it's like made for that city. So I thought to myself, if people just come across the page, they'll be more likely that they'll get into it because it's not focused on one thing. And I also
Right.
don't want it to be like, oh, these are Toronto creatives. They're just like creatives, period.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't want to like pigeonhole people into some kind of label that I put on them.
I feel you. Yeah, you see someone from another city, they'll be like, "Oh, this isn't for me. I'm not from Toronto."
Exactly.
I feel you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely want to
Because like there are
broaden. Yeah.
even pages that are in different parts of here, the city itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, nah, fuck that. I'm not checking out fucking the West End buzz.
Exactly.
Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I follow Scarbuzz. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Six
I follow
Buzz.
Scarbuzz version.
Yeah.
I don't follow any other
Scarbuzz.
area's version of Six Buzz or whatever.
Shit,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah, I get it. It's a good rebrand. I would say. I agree. But like when you first told me that the other day, I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like that's a good idea. Like you might as well expand who you are trying to, not even necessarily market yourself to, but get in contact with and
Exactly.
collaborate with
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's awesome. How long have you been doing this though?
Well, I started the page like 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and it wasn't really that serious. I was just doing it for like fun. And then earlier this year is when I took it serious. I started to like reach out to people, post every day. I used to post like 3 times a day, and then like I just realized I'm like flooding people, so I started to slow down. And then I started filming in like January, and then started putting out episodes in November. There's like 4 up right now, which are pretty cool. Check those out.
Where can they check them out?
Studio.offcourse. Go on IGTV, and you have 4 videos there.
Okay, so it's a straight IGTV.
Straight
Yeah,
on
IGTV
you're
for
like
now.
Instagram mostly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
only Instagram.
Cool.
YouTube's like a whole nother thing I can't even touch right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
you should though eventually.
Yeah,
for sure.
I want to make longer videos. Right
Yeah.
now they're like 2 to 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like you wouldn't go to YouTube to watch a video about someone you don't know.
Fair
You know what I
enough.
mean? You kind of just scroll, you see it, check it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I get it. Good theory behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think IGTV is really good for those bite-sized, content pieces. So yeah, something like 2 minutes.
It's also new. It's
Also
still
new.
so it's like it's
So-
nice. It's like exciting to like
Yeah, push it.
yeah to try and see
For a
if it could
moment
be
there, I
something
thought
like-
IGTV was almost a failure, but you know what?
Yeah.
I'm
It's
seeing it
sticking
kind
around.
of
Yeah,
coming
it's
back a
co-
bit.
yeah.
It takes
Yeah.
time for
'Cause
this.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure, yeah.
I think
It's,
yeah.
we're saying it's new, so people are still trying to figure out.
I think that's
how
true,
can we,
yeah.
actually use this thing to
Yeah.
our advantage. You know what I mean?
I mean, people said the same thing about like Instagram stories. They were like, no one's going to Instagram to post stories, just go on Snapchat.
Yeah.
And then Snapchat kind of just slowly faded away,
Yeah.
and now everyone posts on Instagram.
Yeah,
so.
it is what it is. The new thing people are always skeptical to jump into, and then it ends up
TikTok.
Yeah,
and
I
like
was gonna say
TikTok, yo,
yeah.
yo, don't underestimate TikTok. Yeah.
TikTok.
Nah, it's unless if it's either TikTok's either gonna be the next Instagram or it'll be Vine and disappear. So it's one or the other.
People are making money on TikTok though.
Yeah, they're making good.
They're
money
making
on TikTok.
money on
Yeah,
TikTok,
yeah, well,
which is crazy.
Chinese owned now, so
Oh, is it?
a Chinese company bought it, which is interesting. So
it used-
how
it used
however
to be,
how the politics
Musical.ly.
behind that, it's just interesting. Musically, yeah,
Yeah, it used
they
to be
bought it,
Musical.ly.
and then
How do you make money on there?
like
With views? Like the
so
view count, or?
like to be honest, like TikTok creators are not really making money. There's
It's like
really
Vine,
no
remember?
there's
So
no
it's like-
way of monetizing a TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok
Oh,
is
like
not,
the brand
They're not
and the-
paying you,
Can't-
so
Yeah.
brands have to pay you.
Yeah,
It's like-
yeah, yeah,
Again,
okay.
it's like Instagram. Instagram's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
paying
yeah.
brands.
Yeah,
to
there's
post.
no way of monetizing your shit as of this moment. It's kind of like it's like how do you make money on Twitter? Like you can't. It's like
Yeah.
stuff like that.
The
you know?
main
like-
thing that you can just monetize
Ads,
now
yeah.
is
Yeah.
Or sponsored
ads
or
and shit
whatever.
like
Yeah.
that. And you can only do
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
yeah, I think anyways, back to fuck. That's another
So
conversation.
how has the grind been for you switching? Not only just switching the brand name, but also taking stuff more seriously and trying to put out more content and figure this out. You know.
It's been tough. It's been a lot more tough than I thought it would be because I'm doing everything by myself. That like finding the content, reaching out to people, filming, editing, posting. So I mean, I'm like learning a lot as well, and I kind of took a step back because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put this out. Everyone's gonna fuck with it. It's gonna be crazy. And then I put it out, and the first episode did really good. Like, I think it's around like 1,000 views right now. But then I started to realize that like I'm getting too caught up in things I shouldn't be caring about. Like how many people are viewing. I should be caring about who's viewing it. If people are getting anything from it, is the storytelling done properly?
Yeah.
So those are some of the things that I'm learning. But like I'm hoping I could expand because I can't continue to like do my 9 to 5 and then do this because it's like I'm my foot's one foot's like working on this and then my other foot's like job, and I want to take it serious to the point where this could be my full-time thing. So right now I'm kind of just like setting it up to where I can have a team help me out, or I don't know, maybe I get sponsored and someone puts money into it and then this could be my full-time thing. But I'm kind of just figuring out things as I go right now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
That's a hard ass process.
That's
Yeah.
that's the trickiest part. Like everyone needs a job to make money and
Yeah.
survive.
Yeah.
When you're trying to build a brand, you're not going to make money for the first year or two.
Yeah.
Unless
Or
you're really
you
lucky.
never know. Like,
You
I'm
spend
gonna,
a lot
I'm
more.
gonna say if you're lucky in the first 2 years, you might, but it could take 5 years or 10 years. Fuck.
Yeah.
Sometimes, who knows, right? You never know, but that's why you should never give up because it could take 2 years, it could take 10 years. So
Yeah.
just don't give up and just learn throughout that process.
I think with most businesses, they say like 5 years.
5
when
years
you hit that
minimum.
break, yeah.
Break
even. And that's like something I don't think artists or like creatives think about too much. Like you have to start thinking about yourselves as a business when you get into this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
think about it on that timeline. Like when people invest in a business, they know how much time it's going to take for them to actually start making money.
Yeah.
I think you got to realize that as an artist, it's not going to come right away. You know?
Yeah, and it's just the 9 to 5 mixed with how many hours you have to put
Yeah.
in on your brand. You just got to make it work. Like you just got to fucking work a lot.
Yeah.
and just don't stop. You know what I
that's
mean?
like again, that's like the grind we're on basically
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
It's like
Luckily, we're not doing like full time work. It's more just part time. And then we fit this in between all of our other time. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
yeah, it's
It's
yeah.
really tough though because I feel like you start like making art just because it's like what you want to do, and then you realize that there's like a business side to it, and you
Yeah.
have to grind, and then like some people get lost in that grind and then just
Mm.
give up, and then nothing comes from it. But like you just need to push past that like couple of years of like
yeah,
it not only being about art, but it's about something bigger than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
usually is. Yeah,
It's about I wouldn't even say your contribution to what's happening. You know, not only like directly with you, but like in the community. Like you could be doing so much. I feel like what you have been doing has been getting a lot of people to start realizing that there are other creatives doing so many things in the city overall. Like,
Yeah.
because when we started following you, we're like, oh shit, like I'm seeing people I know, I'm seeing people I don't know, I'm seeing like cool shit that I didn't even know was happening in the city. You know what I mean? So that's what I feel like your effect has had that you might not even notice all the time. You know what I mean? So that's it.
Yeah, it's tough. It feels good when I have people hit me up and they're like, yo, we found inspiration from your page, or like
Yeah.
people have messaged me and been like, we found photographers, model people to work with, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is exactly it. You know, like people think that there's not a lot happening or that you can't reach out to people because a lot of people still have that mindset that like Toronto's this clique and we don't fuck with anyone else. We don't fuck with ourselves. But it's like everyone I've messaged so far and everyone that's messaged me has like the opposite mindset. Like everyone wants to work together and like build a community.
yeah.
That's good.
It's good to hear that those people are out there.
Yeah, there are.
Sometimes you
Yeah.
But
think they're
sometimes they're
not.
hard to find. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
But
for
sometimes you will just reach out to people and you're not hearing anything back, and it's like, I want to do so much for you. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you're not giving me the opportunity to help you.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Yeah.
What has that been like? So like you're saying you've been having positive conversations with the people that you have been reaching out to, but like what was that like starting? Was it just like kind of like nerve wracking to reach out to people?
First it was like, why would they even fuck with me? You know what I mean? Like there's no actual connection. It's all just social media. And then I was just like, if I want to take it to the next level and actually like make it past something other than just online, I'm going to just need to reach out and like try different things. And of course, some people don't message back or they leave me on read, but you can't let that kind of stuff get
It's
to
gonna
you.
happen. Like,
Exactly.
You're gonna have to hit up just a lot of people.
Exactly.
Half of them or more. You're gonna be like,
Yeah.
brush you off.
And I think most of the time, maybe it's just me, but like I thought I was more important than I actually was.
Yeah.
So when I would hit up someone and they wouldn't message me back, I was like, do you know who I am? Do you know what, do you know what I'm doing for the city?
Yeah.
And then it's like, yo, humble yourself,
I
bro.
feel that.
Like these are people
Yeah.
who have lives. They're going on with their own thing. They have no idea who you are, what you want to do. They have their own vision, their own goal. And it's like, just work with the people that want to work with you. Don't force things.
Those people
that's
might
good.
come around.
Yeah.
Never know.
Yeah.
That's key. Yeah, don't force things.
Yeah.
I feel
true.
like how do I put this? I feel like even me, a lot of the time when I was coming up into the whole music and video stuff, I wanted to work with specific people, and this goes back to the conversation that we've had before on this podcast about like not meeting your idols and stuff like that. But it's just like I always wanted to meet certain people and be in those cliques or be around those people because I was like, you know what, these guys are doing it. You know what I mean? They're doing what I want to be doing. And then when I finally got around them, I started noticing, yo, these guys are actually kind of whack.
Yeah.
Or
They're not who you thought
you know
they
what I
were.
mean? Or
Yep.
they're
Yep.
not who you think you are, or like I've said again on the podcast, when I met one of my idols, I was like, damn, like I work harder than you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just it's very interesting. So yeah, that is something I do agree with you on there for sure. Like, not trying to force shit, just let it just happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just let it come to be. Is there anybody that you do specifically want to work with though? Or just want to, at least connect with?
Not anymore. I kind of put that to the side because it's like I have my vision of like what I want to do, and I feel like it's better to have people that think the same way as you. So instead of like me wanting to work with this person and then I actually like meet them, we might not like line up. It might not be what we want to do. I might not have that experience. I might not have that. They might not meet the expectation that I wanted them to meet. So it's like I'm just going with the flow. Whoever comes along, comes along. If we link up, we link up. Maybe one day I'll get to work with some of the bigger people, but it's not something that I set my mind to anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like who wants to be here.
Okay, so
It's gonna be here. Yeah.
what are do you have any bigger plans for the future? Like, where do you see this
Yeah.
in a few
What's
years?
the
you know
future
what I
for OffCourse?
Do you have that yet? Have you kind of laid down? what
Kind
you
of,
want?
yeah. I think like the big thing that I want to do is work on events.
Okay.
So right now the interviews that I'm doing, they start off at 20 minutes and like cut them down to like 2 to 4 minutes. And there's just so many gems that are left out of that interview. So I want to start working on like panels and stuff where I get the people to like tell their full story, not just those 2 minutes. And then that way, like I can bring people out into the city. And a lot of people that I work with, they're not like these big crazy names. They're people who are still, if they have a clothing brand, they're packaging everything and they're like making the clothing and everything. So exactly, I feel like when you look at some people, they look intimidating, but then when you actually meet them in person, it's like you were just in my spot like last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you meet the people who are still like grinding, it's like inspirational and it pushes you to like keep going. So
That's how I thought about you when I first met you. I thought you were gonna be something else. And I met you, I'm like, oh, like you're.
I'm just some guy.
Yeah.
You're normal.
We were so curious.
You're still trying to figure this out too.
Yeah.
You know what
We
I
were so
mean?
curious on who you were because there's no face now.
Yeah.
There is because we know.
Yeah.
But it's not out there. You don't publish your image out there.
No.
At
It's
least
not about
maybe
me.
I don't know if you ever want to.
No.
Probably
No,
not.
no,
No.
no.
Fair enough.
I prefer to
no,
be
you want to be
behind the
anonymous.
I think
kind
for what
of.
you're doing, it's it's
You
not
don't need
about
to
it.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah.
Depends on some people want to show their face.
Yeah.
Some people
Yeah.
don't. Do you need to? Probably not. If it's
As long
about
as
if
you're
it's about
building-
the artist.
As long as you're
Exactly.
building the brand in the right,
Exactly.
in the best way
Exactly.
possible. right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need the personal brand
Yeah.
Yeah.
per se.
Follow me on Instagram though, not Ashton Chambers.
Follow his stuff. There's some dope
We'll have that
videos
pop
too.
up at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zach will edit that in.
That's jokes. So let's get back to this conversation quick that we were having earlier.
About porn.
That was what we were talking about.
Talking about strippers.
That's what we talk about like 95% of the time.
It
we're
somehow
off air,
comes
I
up,
think,
yo.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
strippers and porn and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like,
Shit.
what was the last thing that we were saying there?
Wait, what?
What was the last thing we were saying?
Like just now?
No, about the stripper and porn stuff.
Oh, you actually want to go back to that?
Yeah, we might as well touch on that quick. We have the man sitting in the hot seat.
The stripper-
we got to put somebody on.
I don't know what we were talking about. We were talking about No Nut and the history of it.
Oh, the history of No Nut.
Yeah.
That should be a documentary.
History. yo, we got the doc.
I'm not a part of this.
we got the plug here.
Don't fucking kill me, man. But let's get into it. Like, some thoughts.
What is this?
What do you want to know? Like, what
Some
kind of porn I
Magnum,
watch?
Like,
like we were talking earlier about like family members.
Wait, what?
No,
Yo, explain yourself, fam. Explain yourself.
No, I was talking about family members being strippers, people that you know being
it's
strippers,
evil
or
world.
in the adult world, in the adult industry, and there's feelings towards that. So it's just like, would you be able to, anybody, it's not just you, sorry. Would you be able to support, or not support, but like be okay with somebody that you know, for example, like having an OnlyFans?
We didn't talk about this before?
No. We kind of talked about like
Fuck did we get here?
family members.
Alright.
Yeah,
having
yeah.
people,
It's fine, though.
I'm talking about like friends now.
Yeah,
like,
okay, yeah.
Friends, coworkers.
I mean,
What I, so
that's
what,
different.
what
That's
is
different.
sorry?
That's different.
What is the
You
question?
can support.
Say the question one more time. 'Cause-
Somebody you know, not family this time, because before we were talking about family, but like having an OnlyFans or being a stripper, or how would you support?
how would I support or would I support
Would
it?
you support? Yeah.
I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't not support it.
You know, the baddie at the pool
Boy.
store
Sure. The pool store.
has OnlyFans.
I support it. Like, are you telling me would I subscribe to it? Are you asking me if I was? You asking me if by supporting you mean would I subscribe to it?
Yeah, like are you dropping? Are you dropping the $5 a month because that's your friend? You know what I mean?
No.
But then why do you want somebody to come out to like your shows or?
Yeah, I'm supporting.
I want somebody to buy my
$5.
album.
$5.
Yeah, I would
so
drop
you're-
5.
Oh, I see what
I
you're
would drop
doing.
5.
You're comparing someone supporting our grind versus their grind.
Exactly.
That's a
You see where that
grind, right?
Only if they're grinding though. If they're up, if they're already richer than I am, then I'm not gonna support them. Like,
Like,
Don't fuck with that, eh?
yeah.
depends on what it
This guy's-
is. Like,
depends on the content.
Solo, I'll pay.
Yeah, eh?
You're not paying for
Yeah.
couples?
Nah, I'm not gonna see another guy's dick.
Come on, yo.
What kind of porn do you watch
It's cool
then?
to see another guy's dick.
I guess they want you to
This
pay
is
for
normal.
it, and pay for it and not watch it. Fine, maybe.
Wait, pay for it and not watch it.
Just the money as the support, but I don't need to view it to support.
Yeah, I'm watching that. You know?
It's your friend. Like, I don't want to say names
But
as
it's
an
the baddie,
example
it's
because
the baddie from work or the
baddie from work.
Like the retention value of it.
Depends on how close the friend. That depends on who it is. Like
you,
just the baddie from work.
telling you,
Sure.
it's the baddie from work.
Just the
yo.
baddie from
She's
work.
like,
Okay,
yo,
fine.
she pulled you
Like I'm not
aside
really
after work.
friends with the baddie
She's
from
like,
work. You know,
yo, Ian,
it's like an
like-
acquaintance. It's fine then.
I don't know if you heard, but like I just started at the OnlyFans.
That's whack.
You know?
Pulling someone aside at work saying, give me $5 to see my nudes? Nah, you're not getting
I
my
just
money.
started the OnlyFans.
And what do you do when you go into work? You're like, yeah, I saw your clip last night. Like, it's great.
No, like what if they
we
come to you about serious feedback?
How
And
active is she on it?
that's something that
serious feedback?
she's new to this.
Like
so I
she's
don't
like,
know.
should I do
Like,
this
does she
next
post,
time?
like every week or like once
That's
a
her goal. But you know how these girls are sometimes. Like, you know how people are. It's almost like these guys that want to be YouTubers. You know what I mean? Like they start off really well, and then
They start off hot, then
you fall off because you taking like life gets in the way. You know what I mean? You
You're
can't.
telling me
You can't post every day.
subscribed and you've seen them fall off.
No.
This is what he's heard. This is what he's
This is
heard.
what
YouTubers.
I'm talking about YouTubers.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like this is in a sense the same thing, if you will, or like a don't kill me, or like a Patreon. You know what I mean? That's it's like you paying for somebody's Patreon.
Okay.
Can we get
that has-
personal?
Patreons are
Pardon?
good.
Can we get personal?
Yeah,
Who do you follow on OnlyFans?
I don't follow anyone on OnlyFans.
That's a fat ass lie.
No, I don't follow anybody on OnlyFans.
Not anymore, at least.
I've thought about doing that just so I could feel better about all the illegal porn that I have been consuming.
Yeah.
But
Illegal.
nah, like I'm not really interested in the OnlyFans or like the private snaps. Like I don't want to be. I've told these guys before. Like I'm not one of those guys that can like watch porn and stuff like that on my phone. I can't.
What do you watch?
I'm watching it on my laptop.
That's crazy.
I need to watch it on my laptop.
I'm a laptop man too. Not gonna lie.
I need to watch this shit on my laptop because I need the
Yeah.
screen.
I'm a laptop man.
I need the full
Yeah.
screen.
I,
You
I
like-
phone
I can't
occasionally,
be
but
holding with one hand. My wrist is getting tired while my other wrist is getting tired.
that's why you need like a. No, that's why you need like you need a pop socket. You need like a pop socket. You know, hold the phone.
Pop socket on the wall. Don't fucking kill me.
The thing that sticks on the wall.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
The little
You
car-
put like a
the
little
car
flashlight on the
attachment.
wall?
No. I don't have anybody's.
Okay, fair play.
OnlyFans.
Nah, I refuse to pay for any of that. To be
Yeah, I'm
honest.
not paying for
Actually, it
porn.
depends on if Rihanna got an OnlyFans.
How much is that costing though?
I don't give a fuck.
Ariana OnlyFans would be too much.
Yeah, way too much.
Oh man, she'd be charging
pay.
bills, bro.
I'd pay.
And it wouldn't even be like,
I'd pay.
it'd be like clickbait too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even
Yeah.
be good stuff.
It'd be
too,
like
though.
clickbait.
true.
It'd just
This
be
would
like,
be like lewds,
Yeah.
like lewd photos,
I mean, her nudes are out though, so
and they've been out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just, and that's already free.
But
exactly.
That's my thing. I don't get how guys pay for stuff when it's out there free.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
those guys are
Well,
wild.
no, but
Some
now you have
weird
to
old
bring it back
guys
to
doing that
the
shit.
world now. Now it's just the baddie at work. Because you're not getting that stuff necessarily for free unless you're running game. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah, but it's like there's so much content out there. Why would you pay $5 for her?
Exactly. Is she that bad?
Yeah.
Well, I think we talked about it, right? It's
get
different
it.
when it's somebody you know. Like,
I get it.
helps
I get
you
it. I
into
kind
a
of get
little-
you
Okay.
because it's on
Yeah.
a personal level. Like you're seeing this person.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this
on
is
a
somebody
regular.
that you actually know. Like,
Okay.
this
And
is-
it's
Okay,
like,
okay.
yes, I've seen you
Is there,
naked.
Free trials on OnlyFans?
I think you can like have a little
Because I feel like
promotion.
if it was like the baddie at work, I would do it just to see it, and then once I seen it, I'm like, okay. Then
I don't feel like that's full support, you know.
It's not about support at this time.
You know what I mean?
It's not about
But that's
support.
what I want to focus on, guys, because we're here asking for support all the time.
That's-
Are we really
I get it.
supporting-
I'll support
Shit, we
her.
sound like hypocrites right now. Ask
Put
for
her in my
support.
story. I'll send people to her page.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. See, at least it's something. You know what I mean? That's what I want to make sure that we're doing. Because as long as we're out here supporting the people that matter and are actually out here grinding and doing what they got to do,
That's like grinding.
then it's cool. Like I wouldn't mind. Like I would drop a 5. You know what I mean? If it was somebody that I knew, and they were like, yeah, like this is what I like.
Yeah, but 5's not a lot. I feel like if she's charging 5, then like
She's
what
starting.
do you?
She's just starting.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I've done the research. I'm not saying I've
When you
subscribed.
start at 5.
Right.
Yeah,
The
But
good ones are like
I've
50.
seen like the people that start out. They start like a 2 something to $5.
The
Wait,
good, the good ones are like at
$2?
15.
Yeah.
It isn't
$2.
You get on the big porn things, or like when you're on like Bang Bros and all that. That's when you can start like charging like 20, 25, 50.
You guys have done your research, eh?
Yeah, man. We are.
Okay.
We've looked into some other avenues of income
Right.
as well for us. So it's just like
We've looked at possible grinds in the future.
yeah, possible grinds that we would like to. Again, Lost Nostalgia is not just a a production.
We explore other avenues.
It's not just about
That is-
music videos and Instagram ads and being, creatives. You know what I mean? It's about thank you. It's about paying the bills at the end of the day and understanding what some people want. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, if there's like a demand for it, then you must be the supply.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
feel like this is a great time to move into a lot of just digital content, man.
Mm-hmm.
You can make so much stuff online and just content is king right
Content's king for sure.
now. Content is truly king right now. So I just want to make sure everybody's supporting the people that are creating the content and the people out here actually making the content. That's all I'm trying to say at the end of the day, man. This wasn't supposed to be anything other than that.
I do not think we could talk about this ever. Again.
That Lost in Nostalgia streaming service coming
Yo.
2022.
We
You know how
talked
I spelled. You know
about
how I
this.
spelled coming.
Bro,
my
we'll talk about
God.
this right after. We've had some conversations about the future.
We'd have to rebrand it. I'm gonna put it.
Yeah.
It's a different brand. They don't need to know it's under this one. You know.
Ian's.
What is what?
Ian Stash. What's under Ian's bed? I don't know. Still trying to.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out though.
Ian Uncut.
So yeah, just that's again, like I was saying, folks. That's just something to think about. Again, you want people to support you. Make sure you're supporting everybody else as well. You know what I mean? Whether it be the person that
Everybody's got
is,
their own grind. You
you
know?
know, out here grinding on the streets, just whether it be selling drugs,
Fuck.
whether it be making music, or having an OnlyFans. You know what I mean? Just support the content creators.
The content.
I don't know if a drug dealer is a content.
Yeah. I don't know what the drug dealer
creators.
one, man.
They're
Content creator.
They're content creators.
Okay.
I had a guy that when he was selling me weed, he had like little notes about the weed.
Really, he told you like the
Yeah.
effects of it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's serious about his job.
Yeah, and I was like,
Okay.
this is somebody. He's going to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing now.
Yeah.
Be a millionaire. Like that's what it's about. You know, it's about the
Yeah.
customer experience. I was
Give him some time.
getting great stuff, and I'm like reading these little descriptions that he hand wrote. I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Oh, they're handwritten too. That's
Handwritten
personal.
on a little piece of paper.
Yeah,
Wow.
it takes the time to
Yeah.
write each
And it was a
one.
good
Little
piece of
dime
paper
bags
too. It
on
was
all
a
of
thicker
them.
piece of paper.
It wasn't like the cheap,
Yeah.
regular.
He went to Staples
flimsy.
and bought that nice paper.
Yeah, exactly. It was some good paper.
I rate the hustle.
Yeah, man, that's what it's about.
Jeez.
It's about the hustle and making sure you're supporting people that are doing it out here. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I wanted to get to you with those questions that I asked Nina earlier. Nina Rosa, thank you again for stopping by. Once again, this is the Lost and Talks podcast. the most lit podcast in the art community or the community or whatever.
Facts.
Episode 11. Shouts out to Grolsch and Neutral.
This is neutral. Don't give
How
me
is
shit.
that tasting, by the way?
It's okay.
It's sparkling vodka, right?
It's it's a little plain, but it's fine.
It's like just a.
It's like a low.
It's a beverage.
It's a very light drink. Like it's low calorie. There's no sugar in it.
How
So
much,
it's kind of like if you want that
alcohol?
like diet.
Is there supposed to be a flavor in it?
It's
a
there's
little
like a hint
pineapple?
of pineapple.
A
much
hint
alcohol?
of pineapple.
It's 5%.
5%.
5%. So it's
Same
pretty.
thing
It's
as this. This is
it's like a
only
beer, but it's if you're trying to watch your weight, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's why White Claw is popular because
I think it's like-
0 calories or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Do people really care about that shit?
A lot of women, what?
Women are dumb sometimes.
Yeah.
Edit point.
White
Cut that
Claws
shit
are
out.
popular. A lot of females like it.
This guy's trying to get this podcast canceled.
Nah,
already.
man, we need that
No,
type
a
of
lot
stuff
of
on here
females
sometimes.
like White Claw. That's just.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I
the
was
marketing.
going off of his point.
No, his point. His
His
oh,
point.
oh. He doesn't even have a mic. Yeah.
No, I
I
would.
need to reiterate.
I would like to one day like have some females on here so we can actually have a good argument.
Yeah, we
you know
do.
what I mean?
An
About
argument.
just stuff.
Yeah, or-
You know, not an argument, a debate.
Yeah.
About just like different perspectives on
Sure.
what's going on here. What the fuck's going on?
Sure.
But anyways, I'll get back to my questions now. So the first question, and again, it's kind of a two-parter, but take this first one as you want, and that's why I have the second part to it, so that kind of expand on it a bit. Are you what you need to be when you need to be it? Or have you ever been in a situation where that kind of came about?
I don't know where to like answer this question, so I'll kind of answer in two parts. I feel like when it comes to like doing work and like creating things, I am who I need to be. I just figure it out. You know what I mean? Like I don't give up because I don't know what's going on. I just jump in and figure it out. But when it comes to more like mental stuff, not really. I feel like I'm still learning and growing about myself, figuring out what I don't like, what I do like, where I want to go. And that takes a lot of like you trying things and you like accepting failure and you learning from it. And that's a hard thing to do. You know what I mean? Like accepting that you failed and then looking at why you failed and how you could make it better for next time or like not even have it happen. And I'm still learning within that process. So yes and no.
Okay, I feel you. And again, it's one of those things like we were saying before. It's a lot of like just balance. You know what I mean? Figuring out, figuring out what you need or what you can do, and then from there, try to see what you can figure out by yourself, or you may need somebody else, and blah 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 blah. The next part was it was not even really a question, but just the importance in mastering your weaknesses. So, almost again, going back on that, what you just said, do you feel like there have been situations where you maybe should have focused more on not necessarily just your strengths, like some of the things that you aren't good at?
For me personally, when it comes to like work or just anything in general, when I ask other people what they think about what I've done, I ask them what could I do to make it better? Because like I already know what I did that's good. I can see their reactions when something's good, but like focusing too much on what you are already good at, it's not going to get you anywhere. It's like your shortcomings that keep you back. That creates like your own glass ceiling almost. So for me, I don't know if I'm like criticizing myself too much, but I tend to focus on what I could do to make myself better. And even like figuring out what you're not good at is tough because you don't want to think to yourself that you're not good. You know what I mean? And you can kind of fall in the trap where if you focus on those things too much, you might just stop doing what you're doing because you don't see the positive in like your art or your work or your anything that's going on in your life. So yeah, I kind of focus on the weaknesses and see how I can make it better from there.
Yeah. Focusing on your weaknesses can be tough, and it comes back to like self-awareness as well.
Yeah.
Like knowing what you're not the best at, and then that's when you work on that and improve it. Right.
What, if you don't mind, what is one of like your weaknesses? What would you say?
Nothing I'm perfect.
Well,
I was gonna say facts.
facts. It's fair.
One of my weaknesses. That's a tough one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's hard to know what it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel that.
I think taking criticism from people I don't look up to. Because there's been times where, like, even at work, where, like, the account coordinator would tell me something about the video. And I'm like, no, I'm the videographer. You don't tell me what to do. But then it's like, they've been in that position for so long and they dealt with clients. Like, they know what the client wants, right? I'm the middleman between them and the client. And that's one thing I had to step back and be like, I'm coming at it from more of a creative point of view, and they're coming at it from a marketing point of view. So one thing is, like, understanding that when someone tells you something, they're trying to help you. You know what I mean? They're not just trying to put you down, especially if it's at work.
Yeah.
They, like, want it to be at the best quality possible. So I need to be more open-minded to criticism from other people that aren't, like, artists or creative, that kind of stuff.
Okay. What do you think about people, not even people, sorry, failure, if you will, like not accomplishing or getting certain things that you've worked hard for? You know what I mean?
I think failure just in general is a very important thing because that's where you learn most of the stuff that's going to take you to the next level. And when it comes to, like, not getting the stuff that you wanted, for me, that's happened a lot, even with, like, studio OffCourse, and doing the interviews and stuff. Things didn't turn out how I wanted to turn out, but then I realized I can't focus on the things that I can't change, and I need to focus on the things that I actually can change.
Yep.
And then just from that, you learn that you have a better experience in life if you have less expectations and you just go with the flow rather than trying to force things to happen. You just, like, take life on and then deal with it the best way possible.
That's a good perspective.
Yeah,
I think with our videos, like with our music videos, it's like a lot of the times, we don't always get what we want. It's happened.
Like even that day you came through.
That day, that's a perfect example of a
Yeah.
day where, and a lot of it was out of our control, but we didn't get what we wanted. And, we're not gonna beat ourselves up about it. We're just gonna try and make it work.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're
And
dealing
we
with now,
rarely
just
get what we really want at the end of the day. As creatives too, it happens with everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I was gonna
so-
say, like,
yeah.
you rarely get what you had in your head a lot of the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there have only been a few times where, like, our shoots have just been like great, like just smooth.
Like that perfect shoot, we only had less than a few.
Yeah, I've said I
Yeah.
was saying maybe we've had like 2-3 of those. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But everything else has been kind of fuck. Like, okay, this is happening. Okay, we have to change this. So we have to figure this out. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And even I bring that up just to say, like, I've noticed even with some of my friends that are outside of just like the art community, they don't have to deal with this as much. I have people that are, doing other stuff in other fields and stuff like that, and they aren't able to take criticism or not able to take failure, if you will. Again, I don't like to use the word failure as a bad thing, really, but yeah, failure. They don't take it for what it is a lot of the time. They just take it as a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like I have a friend that wasn't accepted into this group for whatever reason, for whatever she's doing, right? And she was just so hurt by it. And I'm like, dude, like, it's fine. You know what I mean?
Life goes on.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it doesn't even necessarily mean that they didn't want you. It could be so many different things.
You never know what's around the corner. 6 months down the road, she might get a
exactly.
better opportunity.
And that's what I try to
something
tell
else,
people a
so-
lot of the time. Like, if those things don't work out for you, it's because it just wasn't meant to be yet, or something better is coming.
I think as, like, a creative, it's easier for us to do that kind of stuff because we're always trying new things. You know what I mean? But, like, if you want to be a lawyer, there's like one path that you have to take, and if you can't go down that path, then you can't become a lawyer. But for us, it's like we can go social media, we can go digital, we can go events, we can go music. There's so many different paths, and it's like, I'm not trying to say like it's one thing's better than the other, but it's just as a creative, you have to be open to multiple paths. You can't stick to one thing.
And as a creative, we've had to deal with so much no's,
Exactly.
if you will.
Anyone who knows that if they want to do this seriously, like they have to know that you're gonna have to deal with more no's or failures
A lot of
than
no's.
successes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
it's just interesting seeing it in other people. Like again, my close friends that are just going through it. Because I'm just like, yeah, like you're gonna be fine. Like you know what I mean? And it's hard sometimes trying to explain that to them because I know exactly what they're feeling because I've been in that same position where I wanted something so bad and it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even though I'm in a good spot now, you look back on it, you're like, wow, I've learned so much from that experience. But just being in that moment, you're like, fuck, like, what do I do next?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's this one really dope quote that I kind of like think about a lot, and it's the teacher has failed more than the student has even tried. You know what I mean? And from that, it's just like I just have to keep trying over and over and over.
Yeah, I feel like there's no end to it, really. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
even if you do want to become a lawyer or whatever, again, like, you're not going to be able to get into everything. You might not get into the law firm that you want to intern at or whatever. You know what I mean? So it doesn't mean that it's ended there. It always just means that there's something else coming.
Yeah.
And keep your head up, because if you're keeping your head down because you're so cheesed about a lost opportunity, you might lose another.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, you know what I mean?
Kind of off-topic question. Do you guys believe in destiny?
Destiny.
A touch. Like, yes.
I believe yes, but I think it's something that you create. I don't think it's something that just existed from the beginning. You,
I feel like
you know what I mean?
For it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have to put in the work. Like, you could have a path that's for you, but you have to work towards that path. It's not just gonna appear and just happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of work that goes into it. Like, I feel like this is my path. Like, again, I've said this on this podcast before. Like, most things that I've done in my life have led up to this and whatever the fuck is gonna happen in my future.
Right.
When me and Kevin were fucking going to elementary school, we did the fucking announcements. People tell us all the time we have great radio voices. We've been hearing that since grade 6, grade 7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So people have always been like, "Oh yeah, you guys are so cool. You guys are so creative. You guys are just doing this stuff." Kevin's been making songs on the announcements for our grad store.
Yeah.
Hot
Grade
fucking
8.
tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grade 7, grade 8. Fire songs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Fire mix-ups from like Justin Timberlake tracks and shit. Like, you're like, what? A young kid is coming up with this stuff, and we're here practicing in the basement. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all of this stuff was supposed to happen. So that's
Yeah.
why I feel like, the Destiny stuff kind of works in, but it's also about making sure that we stayed on path, on the right track, and always continued to work towards it.
Yeah. As much as we acknowledge that, it never feels like something where it's like, okay, yeah, it's coming to us no matter what.
Yeah.
It never felt like that. It's like, yeah, it's there, and it feels like it's supposed to happen, but we still have to put the work in to get there. You know?
Right.
Like, yeah.
That's how I feel about
Yeah.
it.
True. And then it's almost like the universe like sets it up. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
you start working towards it and things like it doesn't fall in your lap, but because you're like within that energy, like you attract what you put out. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what it is. And that's what we've been noticing as well, just like as a company, just us switching up our mindset and saying, you know what, let's switch more to just a brand, you know what I mean? And not just a production company, not just one thing, if you will. Let's try to get out there more and be a staple in the city and maybe even the world, you know what I mean? Be a big part of everything that's going on in all communities and all fronts. That's how we met Tommy and everything. That's how we met you, making sure that we connect with other people, collaborate, do any type of work. And it's been working out pretty much. Just being nice to
we
people.
like how it's going
Yeah.
You know what I
so
mean?
far.
That's all it is.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
Just
And
being
we're
cool
having
with
fun with
people.
it.
Being
Yeah.
nice, trying to figure it out together, because you start figuring out a lot of the people that you are collaborating with don't know what the fuck's going on either. You know what I mean? Everyone's just
true.
fucking winging it every day, realistically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it's good to see when, you know, again, like-minded people just coming together and figuring shit out and trying to make sure that we do this whole thing in the city and bringing everyone together and making sure that there's this culture in the city that is like no other. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. We are the culture.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Yeah.
I was gonna even ask you about the same question you asked us, like fate, destiny. How do you feel about it?
I'm kind of on the fence about it. I don't believe like there's a meaning, like there's an intrinsic meaning to life. So that kind of trickles down to how I feel about destiny and fate. But then sometimes it's like there's no way that this was just a coincidence.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
things line up too perfectly
Yeah.
sometimes. You know what I mean?
It's
And
a little
like,
weird.
yeah, and it's like, what's going on? So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it. I definitely don't think like what you guys were saying. Like there's just this place you have to be, and the universe would push you there. You have to work towards it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I change my mind on it like every day.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like-
It's who knows what that.
Like I'll tell you, like,
Is there an
there's, like,
answer to
little
this?
shit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I even had to write on Twitter about it. I was like, shit, I swear somebody's watching me. Because I was like sick. I had all this shit happen to me, but one of the thing that just set me off and just made a difference in that day was
Yeah.
I was sick as fuck. Like I was just sick. I had 2 of my jobs that day. So I had already worked at one for a few hours and blah, blah, blah. And I was just dreading going to the other shift. So I was like, I have a 2.5 hour break between the shifts. So let me try to go home and let me just get like a shower in or something. Like I just want to feel better. So I got home. I'm like rushing. I take my shower. I hear my phone going off while I'm in the shower. And I'm like, whatever, I'll just check it later. So I check it when I get out the shower, and it's my manager. She was calling me, and from my other job that I was gonna go to. And then she texts me right as I picked up my phone and I saw the calls. She texts me. She's like, "Yo, Jamal, is there any way that you can come in today? Like, we need an extra body. Somebody else is sick." And I'm like, "Wait, I swear I was already working."
Yeah.
So what had happened was I had the shift, but they switched around my shift. They gave my shift away to somebody else, or some shit like that happened.
Weird.
And I didn't have the shift that day at work anymore. I didn't even know.
Yeah. And then you went home too.
And then I was already home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was already feeling like shit. And so I just told her, I'm like, nah, like,
Yeah.
I'm chilling today. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just wild stuff like that. And I was like, wow, like, I really needed this day just to relax and just try to get better. You know what I mean? Because, like, if I don't, then I'm going to be fucked up for the rest of the week. And I was able to have that time and get better. Like, it was just amazing. Like,
Yeah.
it's just weird how shit like that can happen sometimes. You know what I mean? Where everything just aligns. I'm like, I had a shift. It's in my fucking calendar right now. And she hits me up, asks me, can I come to work? I'm like, nah, fuck that. Fuck.
Yeah.
So it's just great. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I told these guys my theory on life. It's nothing really matters, you know?
Yeah. Same thing. There's no like intrinsic
Yeah.
meaning to anything.
Yeah, there's nothing really matters. But what I say is, because people, when I say that to people, they're like, fuck, then what the fuck what am I
Yeah.
here for? Like, what am I
People
supposed to do?
people get scared.
I remember I said
Yeah.
that one time. He's like, "What the fuck are we doing this for?" Like, he's getting all pissed. I'm like, "Bro, chill." I'm like, "This is the good thing about it."
What do
It's
you mean
like,
nothing matters?
I'm like, nothing matters, but what you're supposed to do is just have fun. You know what I mean? Do what you want to do and actually accomplish it. You know,
Yeah.
try to have
Question
the
my
experience in life
existence,
that
bro.
you want to have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is what you make it, if you will.
I'm like on the same thing. Like I feel like you have to find your own purpose.
Yeah.
And then just live into it.
As humans, that's what we are. Like, we're searching for some type of purpose. We're trying to
Exactly.
figure out why we're here on this planet because we don't know what the fuck's going on anyways. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
just figuring that out and taking that in, like, yeah, nothing matters, but I'm here just to do what I got to do, you know, leave a mark on this planet, whether it be here for a long time or not.
Yeah.
Leave my mark and cut, you know what I mean?
Climate change is gonna wipe us out in like 20 years.
Oh
just
well,
know,
shit.
you know?
That's
to
another
it.
one. That's another one. That's another
Just know.
topic.
But that's how life is sometimes, you know what I mean? That's just what it is.
Yeah.
We
It's
are.
crazy.
We're good. Climate change ain't touching us out here, but
Yeah.
Anyways.
Whatever.
eventually. But
But yeah, yo, thank you for stopping by today, yo. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted you to come by, not only because we had a shit shoot the other day when you were there, but I just wanted you to meet Tommy, Justin, and then Nina as well, just so that you could just see the whole team,
Yeah.
see how everybody is. If you wanted to even connect with any of these guys, then,
For
you know,
sure.
they're here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like, again, we're all trying to do the same type of thing. You know what I mean? Trying to collaborate. We're trying to bring the city together. We're trying to pull up artists in our city, and not only just our city, but all over the world. And yeah, yo, thank you.
Thank you guys for having me. You
Yeah.
guys are really dope.
Thanks, man.
It's the greatest podcast. Only podcast where we can talk about porn and then the meaning of life in under
like
30
following
minutes.
that,
In a few
that's
minutes.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate it, yo. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How's that? What's that called?
The Grolsch.
The Grolsch. How's a Grolsch?
I've been lacking. Just
Oh
'cause I was
yeah,
doing so
yo,
much talking.
Zach's
I'm doing a
almost
lot of
done.
talking.
Zach might as well just
So
chug
Zach's
that.
sitting there,
Yeah.
fucking.
Might as well
Look
just
at Kevin, yo.
I knew I wasn't gonna finish.
You
this.
feeling kind of tipsy?
Yo, Kevin, I'm actually surprised still, yo. You're
Yeah.
meant to be in between. Like, I thought
Yeah.
you'd be in between. Like,
Yeah. I'm
I thought I had
surprised.
the least done.
Sipping. It is a Wednesday.
Yeah.
We should do that. We should have a
But-
chug.
But yeah, everyone in the room's gone. It's kind of just us four now.
Yeah,
But,
thanks to the guests, we had Tommy and Justin from because I was gonna say Justin from East
York's finest.
but I'm like, wait, that makes no sense.
You guys know him. He was on episode five.
I think.
Five. Yeah.
Yeah, we had Tommy Banks from R&B Radar here, and also Justin, East York's finest here as well. They were gonna be on, but just time. Other interviews were good. They had to go. They have lives. So, anyways, thank you for everybody that came by today for our special episode 10, 11
It was a very good episode.
celebration. Yeah, very solid episode. I feel like we went over a nice amount of topics with the people that we talked to. We got to learn more about just like,
Both of those guys. Yeah.
both of those guys that we had in. So thanks again, Nina and Ashton, for stopping by. Because we never officially met them yet, but we've been talking for months.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it was cool to finally meet everybody today.
I think an interesting thing that's coming with the more guests that we get is like how we talk about the Toronto arts community and like how we realize that it's always been cliquey, but then people we're bringing in they acknowledge the same things.
They have the
and
same opinions.
They're doing things the same way that everything that we do is fueled by like trying to get out of that cliquey mentality, and like people around the city are doing the same. I think because we finally had enough time to separate it and be like, okay, yeah, this is what used to work. You had just OVO, and then you had like the little groups that were coming up, but then now finally we got to the point where we realized like, okay, we can calm down. Like we have enough talent here to do it on our own,
We can do this.
Yeah. We don't have to like look to other people now because people are looking inward, so we can actually like try to help each other out now.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that.
It's good to see
Yeah.
these people exist.
Yeah.
Like-minded individuals.
Like-minded individuals. That's
And
what's
at the end of the day, like we're not going to take credit for it, but when you see all the podcasts that we're going to be doing, I'm sure if somebody else wants to say that it was all us,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. Maybe I'll make a couple burner accounts and say it. I don't know.
Couple burners.
We started all this. I don't know. Whatever.
This is the Lost in
No, I
Talks
feel like
podcast, the
I
most
feel like
lit.
I know it was good hearing from Ashton even saying like, yeah, he's met some other people that are just down,
Yeah.
so just
Yeah.
work and collaborate. So that's cool to see. You know what I mean? So the movement is happening. Not everybody, but people in the city are starting to understand. There's a new wave coming through. And we need to start working together to make sure that
it's not a competition, like
Exactly.
No.
somebody else's up is always, it's just going to help you if you figure out how,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly. Figure out what your weaknesses are. Somebody, might be able to
Yeah.
help you out and, make sure that you look even better now.
Yeah.
And
also like, why would you want to come up by yourself and all your mans are struggling?
that's what I've always
I
said.
don't
like,
No.
I always,
like that.
I'm down to be rich, but I can't be the only man
Yeah.
that's rich.
You gotta
Yeah.
share the wealth. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
need everybody to be rich so that we can all buy up the whole block. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like,
That's why like they
It's
criticize like basketball players when they they go broke because they spent all their money on their whole neighborhood and their
Exactly.
entourage and stuff. But it's like they weren't trying to just spend. They first of all, it wasn't just their dream. Like
it was everybody's dream.
Yeah.
It was their parents' dream.
Yeah.
Their friends' dream.
it was probably like the wherever community they came from. It was that whole
the
community's
whole
dream.
community's
Like
dream. They're like, yeah, he's gonna be a ball player.
Yeah.
We're waiting for him to.
so
yeah.
that whole time when they were growing up, all at the same level. It wasn't like that one person who made it was like, once I'm eating, that's it. Like no, it's like everybody's eating.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how we are, yo.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna eat, yo. Every man's
Even the
gonna
people who don't deserve it, the ones
Yeah.
who aren't putting in work right now. I
eat.
know
Mans
that.
aren't. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you.
It might get-
I seen you.
I see you.
Mans that aren't putting in work, but you're gonna eat. Don't worry.
It might
yo.
swing you some. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
I'm not gonna do it intentionally. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Nah. Yeah.
But whatever, yo. You'll get to eat a little bit too. You'll know what it's like, and then maybe one day you'll get jealous of me and kill me. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I
Whoa.
mean? Like,
Chill.
that's what happens, though.
Yeah.
Because again, like a lot of the times, your
Shit,
biggest haters
bro.
are the mans that
Kind of what happened in
were
Nipsey.
right there,
That's kind of fucked.
bro. And it's not even even
That's-
him. It's not even just
That's
him.
just an example.
There's
though.
just so many people.
Yeah.
Soon
Jeez.
Ian's gonna have to strap to Kevin's Kevin's head, bro. Talking about what the fuck, yo.
As long as it's on the podcast.
Yeah, we got this right here, eh?
Yeah.
So when the man switches. But yeah, yo, thanks to those guys. Shouts out those guys. Shouts out Neutral. Shouts out
Nah.
Roche.
Chill. Lost Craft.
Lost Craft. Honestly, yo, come on.
No, I had to try something different to compare. Well, first I'm comparing beer.
No,
I'm comparing beer to vodka.
Well, first of all, there wasn't any Last Craft in
Thank
the
you.
LCBO, right?
And that's the problem.
Yeah,
I don't know if
see.
it's selling out, but since
It's
the last
either-
time we bought the Lost Craft at the LCBO that we went to, there hasn't been any more
There's
Lost
no
Craft.
Lost Craft there.
So I don't know what the issue is.
They haven't bought it anymore.
I don't know if it's LCBO. I don't know if it's
I mean,
Lost.
LCBO has been always trash on the stocking lately.
Really?
It's been a thing.
Damn.
It's been a thing.
They got all these
More in the
seasonal
summer,
staff
though,
right
but I
now,
don't know about now.
Not doing shit with them. Fuck them.
It's great.
Anyways, yeah. Oh,
What?
I figured it out.
Hurry.
I wanted our people, the listeners, to take home those questions as well that I asked.
Okay, yeah.
Or the question. Or the questions. So we'll say this. Let me say it with a clear voice, nice and deep, so it sounds kind of cool. I forgot the question.
You always sound cool. It's all good.
Are you what you need to be? Okay, no. I'll sit close to the mic. That might have been
Yeah,
sketchy.
chill.
Are you what you need to be when you need to be it? And also, just sometimes think about the importance in mastering your weaknesses. Those are the lessons of the day. Take that home. Think about it. Meditate. Smoke. Drink. Hang out with friends. Or be alone. But just think about it.
Look up some OnlyFans.
Yeah.
OnlyFans, yeah.
Look up some OnlyFans. Get
Yeah.
the numbers on the
Support-
OnlyFans.
Some support, yeah.
Support your
Fuck,
coworker who
support.
might have an OnlyFans.
Exactly. I'm just trying to.
It's only $5. It's
Support.
only $5 a month. Come on, man.
$5.
That's it, man.
I'm honestly saying
It's like a
if
Starbucks coffee.
If
Come
it's
on.
more than a $10 a month, I'm like, okay.
That's Netflix. You're
That's
right, like,
Netflix.
That's
I
okay.
don't know.
That's Netflix,
You gotta
Disney
be
Plus.
really jumping on fire. Like,
Okay.
I don't know if I can support this.
you
for
gotta
more
be
than
putting up
$10.
thousands of hours of content for.
That's what I'm saying.
Because that's what you're getting. That's what
That's
you're
what
getting.
you're getting from
I
Netflix.
don't
Yeah.
care who the fuck you think you are. Okay, because I'm getting Netflix and I'm getting lots of content.
Yeah. Even if they're slacking.
Even if they're slacking,
Yeah, they're still,
they're still putting out the stuff. Even if I don't want to see it, I got it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. Like, support your mans out there. Support everybody. Collaborate. Make sure you're bringing people together. Just keep the positive vibes going, man. That was the lesson for today.
Yeah.
I feel like we touched on a lot of important little things, and we got to learn a lot about different people. And that's why, this episode was destined to be special. You know? And that's why we are destined to be special. And this podcast, the most lit podcast in the art community. Thank you for listening. Good night.
Good night.